August, Wednesday. I'm going to be honest, becoming an internet sensation was both a blessing and a curse for me. On one hand, you're famous and recognized everywhere, but on the other hand, you're constantly being recognized and stalked by people asking for selfies. Can we take a selfie, Greg? Go away, Freckly. Although the diaper hands meme did die down a lot these past 2 months, so the amount of people stopping me for selfies and other stuff dropped significantly, which is good. Maybe being famous isn't all that fun. Anyways, today I headed down to Riley's house to play some Twisted Wizard with him, as I usually do when I go there. And he just had to open up some closed wounds. Hey there, diaper hands. Ooh, diaper hands. Little stinky diaper. I was annoyed at first, but I laughed it off and went in the house. I went into Riley's room and we kicked it playing Twisted Wizard when we got bored of playing after a few hours. So we decided to watch Digby on YouTube, but we saw a video that took us by surprise. Apologies for everything. Over 10 million views, damn. Oh, this can't be good. Me and Riley were both flabbergasted. What exactly did Digby even do? There was only one way to find out. Hey guys, it's me, Digby. If you haven't already heard, there's been some recent allegations about me regarding me messaging an underage girl inappropriately. I want to state that this did happen, and I want to take full accountability for my actions. Here's a rundown of what happened. A while back, a fan messaged me saying how she liked or watched my videos. I usually get messages like these, so I of course thanked her. I did my whole "that's how Digby do it" thing, but she kept on talking to me, even getting into deep and personal conversations about herself, saying how she was that she was gonna unalive herself and depressed. I, of course, talked to her and comforted her because it hurts to see someone so distraught in life. I added her on Discord so we could chat whenever she needed someone to talk to, since she told me that she didn't really have any friends to vent to. I won't be naming this girl. A few months of talking to me later, I really felt like we had good chemistry together. She flirted with me constantly, saying I was cute and hot and stuff. I've never had a girl call me those things before, so it made me excited to talk to her each day. She eventually asked if she could date me, and I said yes. Later, I found out that she lied about her age. She initially said that she was 19, but it turned out she was 17. I was gonna break up with her, but she said that she would take her own life if she did. So I stayed at that point. I kept flirting with her and feared that she would do something drastic. Thankfully, she didn't, to my own knowledge, but I'm peed. She backed me into a corner and manipulated me for internet clout. I didn't want to be inappropriate of a minor, but at the same time, this is someone's life we're talking about. So I kept doing it. Eventually, she cut me off and made a tweet longer about talking about how I groomed her. This is not true. She also included some Discord screenshots of me allegedly saying all of these gross things to her, which again, I did not do. I've severe depression, sometimes so for her to do this makes me living all the much worse. I'm sorry for getting heat, guys. It sucks to wake up to a lot of KYS comments and dumb memes about these allegations about me when I'm completely innocent. I'll never do such a thing to a minor. It's just gross. I'm going to look into hiring a lawyer to look into everything so my reputation won't be completely shot. But for now, I'll be taking a mental health break to all those to process everything that went down anyways. That's all. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed Digby out. Bro, if Digby was real, he would have been caught by Gideon by now. Me and Rowley were in absolute shock. Did this alleged victim really manipulate Digby into doing these things? Or was Digby lying out of his butt? He didn't mention that this victim made a tweet longer about him. So I went onto Twitter to look for this tweet longer. Upon opening Twitter, I noticed that Digby was trending with 20k tweets. Damn, this guy's cooked, bro. I went through a lot of tweets shaming on Digby until I eventually found a tweet longer made by Digby's alleged victim. TW, I was groomed by Digby. Digby groomed me when I was in a horrible mental state. My home life is nothing but abuse each day. My only escape was Digby's videos. Each time he said his goofy catchphrase, I would always get a nice dopamine boost in the moment. His videos are fun to watch. I went out of my way to message him personally and he thanked me. I continued to get to know him because we had a lot in common. Then out of nowhere, he asked me how old I was. I told him the truth and I told him I was 15. After I told him, I thought nothing of it, and neither did him at first glance. Boy, was I wrong. As we talked more and more, he kept subtly flirting with me, and it made me really uncomfortable. I let it slide though because I took it as him being nice to me. But then he would say things like, "If only you were 18, baby girl, and you're pretty cute for a 15-year-old, lol." Yep, just lock this guy up. I told him to stop, and for a brief moment he did. And then just yesterday he sent me a shirtless pic of himself at the beach with the caption, "I need to trim my chest." What's the flip? What the flip? I will admit, I laughed my eye off at this, but it was a mixture of feeling uncomfortable and hysterical. So after that, I blocked him and deleted any and everything related to him and his channel. He mentioned that he was bipolar and had very severe depression at times, but does not excuse talking to minors like that. I'm going to speak to my school counselor about this. I generally feel sick to my flipping stomach, and it makes me wonder if he's done this before. I certainly hope not. Seeing the victim's testimony really raised some questions. For one, Digby said the victim was 17, when the victim is allegedly 15 in reality. And two, the victim claims that he started flirting while Digby claims that she started flirting with him. As for the Discord screenshots, Digby mentioned, "I'm not gonna draw what I read and saw because just the thought of Digby doing the things he allegedly said he would do is pretty gross." Asked Rowley what he thought about this whole thing. "Digby would never do such a horrible thing. Ain't that right, Greg?" Yeah, I'm not really sure, man, but I think I agree. I'm not going to draw any conclusions yet, since innocent until proven guilty. After all, those messages could be fake. Thursday, I've been thinking a lot about Digby and the allegations that surfaced about him. My whole YouTube page is just filled with bottom of the barrel commentary YouTubers talking about their allegations. Digby's a liar, bone clacks, 102k views. Needless to say, things aren't looking good for Digby. To be honest, I really hope these allegations aren't true. I mean, I literally met the guy. He gave Dapper Hands more publicity when I went to the gaming convention. After dinner, I sat on my couch and watched the news. It was the same old until a story came up that I was not expecting at all. I instantly called up Rowley. Rowley, Digby's on the news. He got arrested." So yeah, Digby's home was raided and now he was taken under custody. Guess that means allegations were true. Damn. Apparently the FBI confiscated his hard drives from his computer and his phone. So I'm assuming either the victim called the cops on him or someone purposely swatted him to bring him to justice. They have yet to check his files and stuff, but it's crazy how he got arrested. I'm still having trouble processing it. They even showed his mugshot, and I gotta say, it's actually pretty jarring in a funny way.
What the hell?
Bro, this guy actually looks like a nonce. Actually, you know what? The FBI hasn't found anything yet, so he's not guilty as of now right now. I take it back. Innocent until proven guilty. Although, Digby looks like he just got arrested for possession of methamphetamine rather than grooming. I heard Rowley laughing his butt off since he saw the mugshot. Anyways, I hung up and went to sleep. Being hysterical really made me tired. I'm very invested in this whole Digby fiasco though. Friday, I woke up today expecting more news about Digby, but so far there's been no updates. People on Twitter have been clowning on him and memeing about his mugshot though. Glad others find humor out of this whole thing despite being pretty taboo. I wonder when authorities will conclude the investigation. I went into the kitchen to grab some breakfast, but when I saw Mom, she looked incredibly concerned. She almost ran up to me and hugged me as she looked at me and asked me something. "Greg, are you okay? Did Digby do anything to you?" Digby did it. I reassured Mom that Digby didn't do anything inappropriate with me, and she told me to stay safe. After that, I took a seat and ate some waffles while telling mom more context behind the Digby situation. I told her that the claims were just allegations and that he's being investigated at the moment, so the claims could be false, but they could be true. I then went into my room to just chill and scroll through Twitter when I noticed about I had 20 plus notifications. Apparently people who have been tweeting at me asking if I was gonna come out about the Digby situation since he was the one that pretty much gave me a boost in my diaper hands persona. I thought about it for a second and decided that adding my 2 cents to this whole thing would give me more recognition, so I recorded myself. Alright guys, today I'm going to be talking about the whole Digby situation. Did Digby do it? We don't know. I think we gotta wait until the evidence comes around. I know the odds are not in his favor right now, but he could be innocent, guys. Yeah, we gotta wait. I basically told everyone that Digby never groomed me or did anything inappropriate or weird with me. I also said that everyone should just wait for the evidence against him to come out before drawing any conclusions because, once again, innocent until proven guilty. I uploaded this video on my Twitter account and went back to scrolling. That was when all heck broke loose. What happened? Is that Ian? Ian and 76 others like a reply to your tweet. Dabba Hans being a nonce defender is crazy as heck. Damn, this guy's cooked. Wait, what? What was it that I said? Why are people calling me a nonce defender? All I said was that people shouldn't draw conclusions this early because Digby might be innocent. I didn't defend his actions whatsoever. I'm a bit anxious now. What people will see me in a negative light forever instead of some kid that got his hands stuck in a diaper. This can't be good. I'm gonna take a nap to calm down. Well, I overslept and it's 4 p.m. now. Great. Oh yeah, my Twitter feed is just filled to the brim with death threats and non-defended accusations. Fantastic. I genuinely hope this blows over because this is getting way out of hand. Saturday. You have got to be kidding me. Number one trending right now is Nonce Defender. 201k tweets. Damn. Yeah, Greg is so cooked. Even Greg Heffley's trending right now. 99k tweets. Love. Yup, I'm getting cancelled on Twitter just for being an intellectual. Just then, Rowley called me. He told me that someone had doxed my home address on Twitter and apparently posted a picture of the front of my house along with it. Ah, flip. 12 Surrey Street, 12 Surrey Street. They just spammed it. Nah. Kill Greg. Jeez, man. I went ahead to report the tweet, but I noticed something about the username. It was called Bobby Artard 6969. That means my little brother Manny was behind this account, so I went to confront him. But of course, this little psychopath gave me the same excuse, I'm only 3. I snitched. I know snitches get stitches and all that, but he literally doxed the house. I couldn't care less anymore. Mom, I told mom what Manny did, and she didn't know what doxing was, so I had to explain what I meant. She of course didn't believe me because he's only 3. Give me a break. But then she grounded me, which meant I couldn't use my phone for the next 2 weeks, which also meant that I couldn't defend myself or report any other doxing that happens. I'm getting so sick of Manny being let off scot-free for every little thing he does. It's complete bullcrap. So needless to say, I lost my cool and at mom over this. Mom always sides with Manny on everything, but this is one thing that cannot be brushed under the rug. Our safety is at risk because of Manny. Mom said that Manny didn't do it and that he's too young to know how to do something like that. But I reminded her that we were talking about the same 3-year-old that somehow managed to change my net critters password and more recently spoke fluent Spanish that got us out of the whole road trip fiasco. But then I said something that was a bit harsh. Flip you, Mom. You're a horrible parent and you suck. I'm sick of you. Gregory. Mom didn't say anything back. She just turned around and went into her bedroom and locked the door. I took a deep breath after my outburst and turned around to see Manny filming the whole thing. Well, I guess that was that. Then my career is officially over, as if being seen as a predator defender was bad enough. Now the whole world will know about how of a son I am. I didn't say anything to Manny. I just packed some stuff and headed to Rowley's house to get my mind off everything that just happened. Mom deserved what I said, but I feel bad now. On the way to Riley's house, Freckly tried to say some weird stuff to me as per usual, but it was just a secret Freckle talking. Wanna see why they call me diaper feet? When I got to Riley's house, I vented to him about me losing it at mom. Manny getting away with doing some awful stuff once again, and how he recorded me cussing at mom. He told me not to think about it for the time being, and he asked me to play video games with him, so that's what I did. I have to say, despite Riley not really knowing what it's like to be an E-celeb, it's good that he's chill about the whole thing. I'm glad he's helping me feel better. We gamed for a few hours before I had the urge to check my phone just to see if the docs of my house was removed and if Manny had posted that video of me yelling at mom. Thankfully, it was removed. And oddly enough, the video of me yelling at mom was nowhere to be found. But that could change. Who knows? Before putting down my phone, I checked to see if there were any updates on Digby. So far, there's been nothing new. Sunday, I woke up pretty early today. I guess all of that drama got me pretty tired. I checked my phone and I saw a text from Dad. Dad, get home right now. The police were here. I gathered my stuff and went home and saw Dad in the kitchen. Unsurprisingly, he looked pretty livid. He asked me where Mom was because apparently she left the house without a trace, which was kind of unnerving to hear. I explained everything that happened yesterday and told him that the last time I saw her was when she went into their bedroom after I exploded. Then he said the most boomer thing I've ever heard come out of his mouth. It's that damn phone. Ugh. Then I snitched on Manny again by telling him that my anger was justified for how much she protects Manny for every little thing he does. And if he should be mad at someone, it should be Manny. He calmed down for a bit and told me that there were bigger fish to fry at the moment. And that was finding out where Mom was. He filed a missing persons report to the police not too long ago, and he wants me to help him put up missing posters all over Plainview. I obliged, of course. Missing: Susan Heffley, age 41, height 5'5", weight 175 pounds. Last known location 12 Surrey Street on August 17, 2017. Last seen wearing black pants, white sweater, white shoes, and oval glasses. If you have seen Susan, call something. Yeah, or dial 911. Information needed. Before we left, I coincidentally got an Amber Alert on my phone notifying me of Mom's disappearance, which is good since more people are aware now. Nonetheless, we still sought out to put up those posters. Monday. Okay, so yesterday was an absolute, crap show. You remember when I said how that being famous meant being recognized everywhere? Well, while we were putting up the posters, that's exactly what happened. The moment we got into downtown Plainview, we were surrounded by people recording us with their phones, which made us really uncomfortable to say the least. Yo, diaper hands. Hey, Predator Defender. What you doing, boy? Shortly after me and Dad got home, Diaper Hands and Predator Defender was trending on Twitter, because of course it would. And today felt like any other day despite the chaos online. But then, the police came to the door. They told me that they got a call from an anonymous source saying that I was holding my mom hostage at gunpoint or something along those lines, which isn't true at all. They then searched the house and later left after a short notice. Something tells me that they knew that some edgy kids were just trying to scare me as a prank, which is good, because I'd be in handcuffs right now. But still, the fact that people still swat strangers online even to this day is crazy to me. Psychopaths. Ugh. Obviously, me and Dad are quite shaken up over what just happened, so I decided to make the decision to take a break from social media until things die down a bit. I didn't announce the swatting on Twitter because there's no way I'm gonna give those degenerates the light of day. My older brother, Roderick, then walked into my room. Dude, are you okay? I didn't expect him to check up on me like that, but I didn't care. I filled him in with everything that's been going on. Digby being cancelled, me being standard, Mom going missing, all of that. I just wanted something. Assurance. Roderick isn't really the overly compassionate kind of person, but since he felt like checking up on me, it shows he's truly concerned. After I filled him in with everything, he told me that everything will be okay and that if I needed anything, then I could just talk to him. I exchanged a bro hug with him as a thanks, and I went back to just doing my own thing. Tuesday. I stayed up late last night and I haven't slept yet as of me writing this. Not gonna lie, I've been paranoid about what people have been saying about me online. And that's all I've been doing all night. Scrolling through Twitter and social media in general, looking for something uplifting or not. I don't know. I'm losing it. Hey, it's my PFP. Damn, Greg. This guy's going through it, man.